As we know, there is like a gajillion fonts out there for us to use at our disposal, but there is something so special about being able to create a font and hand letter with your own two hands. And I know that you know that, which is exactly why you clicked into this video today. I'm gonna show you my go-to hand lettering style, which is a retro 70s bell-bottom style. So let's get into it. What you're gonna need is blank paper. I prefer this overlined so it doesn't distract from the beautiful lettering that you're about to make. Markers, they can be any type of markers, from washable to Sharpie to Crayola, basically anything with color, and it does not have to be fancy. And lastly, your creativity. So the key to this is to try not to overthink what you're doing and try not to be perfect. I know that's easier said than done, but personally, I love to create letters that feel bubbly and organic, and because of this, mistakes are very forgiving because the letter itself isn't supposed to look perfect, as you can see here. I want you to pick a random letter. It could be the first letter of your name, it could be your partner's letter, it could be your favorite letter. And now start off by writing it like normal, but when you get to the tips of the letter, you can start curving the lines and start to curve it in a little bit of an outward motion like you're making a circle. So watch again as I draw the letter A here. I start out normal, and then when I get to the bottom, I flare it out into an oval slash circle shape, and then I repeat it on the other side. I pretty much take turns making the line wider and thinner as I draw the letter to give it this retro and bubbly 70s vibe. When doing this, allow yourself to be free and flow with the movement of your hand because, again, there is no right or wrong. Now that you've practiced a little bit with a random letter, I want you to go in and write out the alphabet. Yes, all of it. You can see even as I'm doing this, my letters are not perfect. And that's fine because you're going to color them in, and the organicness of the style is what makes it look so cool. Feel free to try out a different set of markers or even crayons to see how it makes your letters look different. Here I'm using markers again, but they have thinner tips as compared to the previous markers. A fun tip is that I like to have the letters fold into each other. So here the F is folding into the A, and it makes the whole word at the end just feel way more cohesive and like it's supposed to be there and it's supposed to look like that. And once you get the hang of it, this is the fun part. You get to decorate your retro letters. You can add dots, lines, outlines, anything that you think looks cool. I like to sometimes add shading behind to make it look like it's like blocky, but literally just let your intuition flow. And if that means starting to draw random shapes throughout the process like I started doing, go ahead. That could also be a great way to practice letting your hand flow with movement. Just honestly, I sound like a broken record, but just have fun with it. And if you create digital art like I do, you can even take this to your iPad, and you can even start experimenting with different types of lettering after that. For many of us, life is full of a lot of stresses and anxieties that we can't avoid in the day-to-day hustle and bustle of things. So I really hope that this tutorial was a fun way for you to let go and be able to create without bounds, without thinking, and without stress. Peace.